You'll never find another love like mine. I know I'm running late, but I had to make sure the show is great. Brian Powell just stepped in the building. Powell, peace, Brian. The Queen Lotus, Eastside for life. Chairman. What up, Unc? Your OJ's in the house. Do. Zena Lee, hey baby. Boo 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 boo. Bridget, I see you, boo. Nina, I see you too. Oh, what's up, my man King Brown? Michael Davenport, Bobby, and Chicken Wing. Come on in. It's Choke No Joke. What up, y'all? Everybody in the building, what up, what up, what up? That's right. I see the marathon. The marathon continues. I see the flags. I see the blue for Nipsey Blue. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Y'all know what this show is tonight. We're going to talk about the documentary of Nipsey Hussle, the mysterious murder of Nipsey Hussle is called, that was put out by the BBC. Yeah, we're going to get into that. But where is, oh. We're going to let a few people come in. Thanks for the donations. As y'all know, Choke No Joke is the Cash App. And somebody already sent the Cash App for me even saying it. Luna Glada, what up? Thanks for the Cash App. Appreciate you. Much love. Let's hear a little music before we get started. I want to piss some people off. Choke, stop talking about Rockefeller. Let it go. You know what I mean? And I'm alive talking. It was never a beat. It's only a difference in opinion. You telling me you stop talking about Rockefeller? But you blogging about me? Talking about Rockefeller. And when you don't respect it, that nigga kill me, boy. One block, I'm your big brother. I'm his big brother. Rest in peace, Tupac Shakur. It's the ghost of Tupac Shakur. Choke no joke. You want me to stop talking about him? Let it go. Still riding, baby. You talking, you gonna keep making me talk. You lucky slugs like me. And I wanna make a wifey. I know a nigga wanna fight me. Nah, in the elevator wanna fight me. I do you like you do dudes. Drive your ass up and down the Ave. We gonna drop a bag. Cause you ain't half the man that I am. Still am. Yeah, still here hustling that studio. Your subliminals, they flow. Look, this whole shit, man, I got brains. Scarecrow. And you ain't shit without me. Yeah. Jumped on Dorothy's yellow brick road. You wicked witch, you her dog, Toto. You heartless coward. Cross the bridge to success. Douse you with fire. So those behind you can call you sire. The kingdom filled with cum, gonorrhea, fire. I'm the one, not nine. Summer jam, you were the guy hung young. Said you was fun. And devastating mic controller made him run. Yeah. Or any given Sunday. You know, with the on Twitter, the Twitter guy. Twitter fingers. Yeah. You satanic. You know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. Let's go. Rest in peace, Pop. Check it out. It's the ghost of Pop. Rest in peace, Pop. It's the ghost of Pop. Choke no joke. All right. The marathon continues. All right. So, That was for you know who. You know who you are. People sending me your little blog with your man. You know, look, dog. I'm gonna give you fair warning right now. Let it go. You tell me let it go. If I want to talk to Rockefeller about Rockefeller till I'm blue in the face, I can. What is it to y'all? Like you don't even own the company. Like you's a worker. Like what are you mad at? You better chill. You know I got love for you. Y'all better tell him chill. Because if y'all don't, y'all gonna push my buttons and I'm still holding the ace of spade, the little joker, and the big joker. Y'all niggas better stop playing with me. All right? Keep it up. Keep it up. I'm gonna let this one go. I'm gonna let this one slide. Let another one come, and y'all gonna be mad at me. So y'all, the three kings of that situation, and one of y'all ain't even gotta worry about. With the other two, the one called me a liar, and it goes to Tupac. I'm talking about. Y'all better tell that nigga to chill. I'm telling you, I'm chilling. I said I was gonna fall back off y'all. Now y'all done put this nigga up to go up and do y'all better chill. I'm just gonna say that. Y'all better chill. And homie, don't be talking about I put you on the internet without your permission. You knew I was filming. Everybody knew I was filming, and everybody knew it was for. When you was running around with your little fame from it, you ain't have a problem with it. All right? People know you because of it. Okay? Remember, I'm the one that put the visuals out there. I'm the one that made you a celebrity. Okay? We ain't got no problem. We ain't never had no problem. Stop defending niggas and talking about how much of a big check I got. Don't worry about what I got. Now, let's get into the program. One more warning. Chill. I'm telling you, I won't embarrass your friends, and you know I keep receipts. Your man, you will get him embarrassed. I done fell back off of him. You will get him embarrassed. I'm telling you. Leave me alone. Now, let's get into the shout out to Big Gene. Shout out everybody on the West Coast, north to south, east to west, all the way from LA to Oakland to the Bay to San Diego, Pasadena, the Valley, Moreno Valley, everything all around, up and down, in between. San Francisco, shout out to California as a whole. Now, this show here is not to piss anybody off. This show here is not to get any gangs upset. This show is just a review of the documentary that was put out by the BBC called The Mysterious Murder of Nipsey Hussle, which is still a mystery to this day, right? Right. Okay. So now we go. What I'm gonna do too is, if you wanna call in and give your perspective, I'm gonna allow y'all to call in and give your perspective on each topic that we're gonna go through. So if you wanna call in. Send me your number to my Instagram at Real Choke No Joke. All right. Just DM me. Or if you don't have Instagram and you have an email, you can email me your number at Choke No Joke. I'm going to call you from a block number. So if you see a block number calling, it's me. If you come on the phone and you sounding stupid and you talking crazy, I'm going to hang up on you. This is not for the peanut gallery. This is not for clout chasing. This is not for that. This is for the intelligent people that follow me. All y'all nuts in the comments making dumb comments and stuff like that. Keita G will block you, and you'll just be kicked out. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna block you out the whole room, and you're just not going to see it. You know what I'm saying? So keep your negativity to yourself. We talking about a brother that passed away here. So don't come with none of the dumbness. Please, man. Please. All right. So, like I said, if you DM me, Real Choke No Joke. If you want to send an email, chokenojoke at Gmail. And just send your number with your name, and I'm going to call you. I'm not going to call everybody. I'm just going to pick and choose, and I'm going to call y'all, and I'm going to put you on the line, and, y'all going to join in. And this way, we're going to make it interactive with those at home since, we all quarantine. Let's have some interactions. Let's let some people talk, and let's, we're going to take our time with this one. It's early, so we could go all night with it. All right? So, first things first, the first topic I want to talk about is who's the killer? Now, right now, they have a person in custody by the name of Eric Holder that they are saying is the killer of the alleged killer of Nipsey Hussle, right? Now, how can we prove that Eric Holder is the shooter in this case? We're gonna play prosecutor, and we're gonna play defense. All right. Now, they saying that Eric Holder is the killer, right? Allegedly, right? So, how can me as the prosecutor, me being the prosecutor, the DA right now, here's my proof that Eric Holder is the killer. I got a video of him killing him, right? Now, me being the defense, you know what I'm saying? Choke, the defense lawyer, is going to say to him, well, Your Honor, if we look at this video that is circulating right now of the murder of Nipsey Hussle, or should I say the alleged murder of Nipsey Hussle, how can we, without a reasonable doubt, say that this is my client, Eric Holder? If we look at the video, all y'all right now are the jury. Everybody that's seen the video are the jury. How many y'all, beyond a reasonable doubt, let's be honest, we all got love for Nipsey, but how many of you in this room right now, just type yes or no, can say without a reasonable doubt that y'all can tell that that person that's doing that in that video is the picture of the guy Eric Holder? I see one no. Lewis says yes. Lewis, I don't know how you can see it, but okay. No, 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 no. No. 3 yeses out of like 20 no's. 4 yeses out of a solo dolo. If you say that you can tell that that's Eric Holder in the video, I need you to DM me your number right now. If you say yes, that you can tell that that's Eric Holder, I need you to call in and tell us what that you see that you can tell that that's Eric Holder in the video. Okay? Let me check and see if anybody has DM'd or called. I mean, emailed. The majority of us say no, right? So, as a defense attorney, okay, I got a girl, Lena, here from. All right, I'll call you, Lena. Nina, I'll call you. I don't know if you're saying that it's him and okay, we got a few people to call in. All right, great. All right, cool. We got a few people to call in. All right, so I'm not going to even take a call for that because we all agree, the majority agrees. So if we was a jury of 12 and we got more than 12 here, the majority are going to say that we cannot, beyond a reasonable doubt, say that that is Eric Holder in that video, right? Now, the prosecutor may say this or may try this. Moving on to the next one. Well, I have 3 witnesses to say that Eric Holder was the shooter. I would like to subpoena Kerry, the guy that got shot in his back, that allegedly got shot in his back, that supposed to have been paralyzed. I would like to subpoena his nephew that allegedly got shot in the belt buckle. That if you've seen on the Instagram page, who took Nipsey from us, he was standing there talking to the firemen and the paramedics, and then they rolled him in the chair. If that was him, yeah, that was him. Or it's supposed to have been him. You know what I'm saying? The guy that had the pink shirt on. You know what I'm saying? So you got him, you got Kerry, and then you got Cowboy. That those 3 we know for a fact was on the scene. Now, the defense may say, oh, okay, well, Kerry, they might try to shoot him down as a career criminal that just came home, that just doing this because he's on parole, blah, 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 blah. They're going to try to shoot down his credibility with his street record. The same thing probably for his nephew. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to try to be like, the defense will probably be like, oh, they probably rival gang members, or they'll probably try to see if they were in gangs, this, that, and other, to discredit them, right? So that's what's going to happen with that. Then, who's to say that Kerry, Cowboy, or the nephew will even testify? Because them being gang members, they will be looked at as snitches, right? So they may not testify, or because of that reason, because that's the same reason allegedly why Eric Holder or Shitty Cuz supposed to had killed Nipsey, right? Because he called him a snitch. But I showed y'all on Instagram that I don't believe there's no truth to that, because Cowboy said there was no argument, there was no beef. On camera, he said this on the interview with Extra. There was no argument, there was no beef, there was no altercation. There was no problem, no nothing that led up to him coming there, killing him. It was just straight hate. And then when you look into the grand jury transcripts, when they interview Eric Holder, they asked him, did Nipsey call you or insinuate any way that you was a snitch? He says no. So if they try to use that, if the prosecution try to use that as the motive for Eric Holder to do it, then the defense, me being the defense, I'm going to go get the tape with Cowboy saying nothing happened before the incident. So how you saying that there was an incident happened when the witness that you got, whether he's a witness or what or not, but I could still pull the tape into evidence that the man that was standing there at the scene that said he was there and he saw him and that we all knew him, he's from the neighborhood, and said that there was no altercation. That shoots down the prosecution's thing right there, because they got video evidence of Cowboy saying that nothing happened. So that will kill that theory, right? So, and then we seen in the video, there's a whole bunch of other people there. Those people will have to be subpoenaed and testify. Now there is the girl that was driving the car that they gave immunity to or whatever, that nobody has seen since the incident. You know, maybe she may pop up in witness protection program during the trial and testify against Eric Holder. Then they will have a witness. Then he will be screwed. But if she doesn't appear, then who knows? But I'm banking that they got this girl hidden somewhere, and she's gonna show up during the trial, being that people are saying that they can't find her, and she would be a key witness. The other thing is, let's take some calls real quick. As far as that goes, real quick, let me see. Nina, I'm about to call you.
Hello.
Nina, you are on Truth Be Told all day, every day, even on your birthday with Choke No Joke. What's going on, love?
What's up, man? This is crazy. I'm from LA, and I can say that your insight has opened up a lot of people's eyes. I be having all the gangbangers, everybody in the house like, look at Choke No Joke. He's spitting all facts.
Right. So far what we're talking about is who's the killer. And, you know, right now they're saying allegedly it's guy Eric Holder. Let me ask you a question. Have you seen the surveillance video of the alleged murder?
Yes, I have.
Can you honestly say that you can identify anybody, even Nipsey, in that video?
No, not necessarily. And we know from the beginning of time, they also have manipulation of cameras. And also in Los Angeles, I think that they strive off of using people that doesn't have money to bribe. Because the first thing he said when he got locked up was, well, they offered me what, $75,000 or something like that. So anything could be made up for the public. We really don't know. If we didn't get the cameras ourselves and look at ourselves, we don't know if any manipulation has happened or anything. But you know, all you really do see is a kick, but you really can't see the face and see what's going on. And it didn't look like an issue was going on before it occurred. The issue occurred.
Are you from that area?
Yeah, I'm from Los Angeles, California, born and raised. And also I have a homegirl that grew up with Nipsey, and I can pull up to his grandmama house right now. Like, she lived right off of the avenues, right off of Slauson and like Van Ness that turned into Arlington, and I live off of Arlington and Obama Boulevard. So yeah, I'm from Los Angeles.
So let me ask you.
Born and raised.
Let me ask you this. Why do you think that with all the stores over there, we only seeing one angle, a distorted angle, when we in towns with HD cameras? I don't know why they got this low quality camera footage, but why isn't there any other footage from all the stores on them four corners or in the strip mall?
Because if you want to have a narrative turn the way you want the public eyes to see it, you're only going to give one angle, because it had the Shell's gas station right there, a check cashing place, a famous hamburger, Hungry Harold's everybody go to, the fish market right there. Is multiple businesses all in that corner, and we only see one angle.
Yeah, and that's the thing I understand, because he walked by every business. Every business got a camera in there. I mean, I've never been over there, but they should.
Ran off, like when you see him duck off, it's an alleyway right there. It's the shopping center, an alleyway, and the Shell's gas station, the Fat Burger that Nipsey had, opened up right there, and it goes out to the next street, which is the 24-hour motel that's been on a couple like bootleg movies and stuff like that. But it's so many businesses, and it should have been more than one angle, and it's an open alley. It ain't no trash or debris or anything. So they could have got the back part of the Fat Burger angle, the Shell's gas station, the motel that's even been featured on Hood movies. So I don't understand why it's only one angle.
And this is the thing that makes me feel like it's not some street stuff, because who could go and grab all the tapes?
Yeah, but also I know Los Angeles PD is cricket. When I was 17, before my mom just died a year ago, but when I was 17, my mama got her legs cut off and she couldn't even walk. I learned a long time ago, you are who you kick it with. So let me tell you a situation briefly, what happened with me. I got in a car with a dude. Went to Pasadena, Colorado Street. I got a ride with a dude. Girl said, another girl got a ride one time. Oh, I'm 19, stuff like that. I've never had sex with this dude, never kicked it with this dude, never, you know what I'm saying? It was just a dude that girls use for the little ride along. You have the dudes that be trying to be in the mix. So I was out hustling. I was doing what I got to do. But why, when we got stopped by the police, I guess because he was driving crazy or whatever. But come to find out, we get pulled over. The girl not 19, she's 7. Told the police she was 17. Come to find out she was 16 with a missing person report from Texas. They got me with kidnapping, stealing the crime, all type of stuff. Do you know the arresting officers came to testify because they could not find him, because I never snitched? I knew the dude's name and all that because I'm nosy. I'm going through a glove compartment if I'm going to somebody's car, but I never snitched. And my mama had to pay 20 racks to a lawyer so I wouldn't have to do juvenile life from 17 to 25. That would have been 07 to 2015. And in the court systems here, long as we can put somebody at the place, we're going to have the police officers that arrested you or whatever else come say whatever they want to on the stand. And that's one thing that I have encouraged myself. So in the city of Los Angeles, California, the two things that we make our money off of is DCFS, taking your kid, and the jail, putting you in jail, or any type of court ethics like that. So I know how the police get down. I was in a situation where they'll just come say anything because they couldn't get the main culprit they were looking for. And if you don't snitch, they'll just put it on you.
Right. Wow. Well, I don't know. Well, do you believe the guy did it or not?
I believe that he's just a part of it. I don't believe that. I don't know. I also believe, it goes deep. I also believe in elf programming. You know what I'm saying? All I know is that they prey on, a lot of these guys are gangbangers. They don't have money, or they got to rob, steal, and kill for money. If the police come to you, and I'm LAPD, and I come to you and say, choke, we got this famous celebrity we trying to put down for the count. We're the police. I'm going to give you some money to act like you did it, And once you act like you did it, I'll give you $75,000 or whatever amount he had said. That's the first thing that man hollered when he got arrested. Most ignorant people that's never touched that type of money would think, oh, this is the police. Don't nobody go beyond their voice or their control, so maybe they will let me get away with this. And they just put you up with the alley-oop, but now you in jail. People that killed a couple of your family members while you've been in there. Everybody think that you're a hater and you just killed him because you were hating and stuff like that. Let me tell you something about California. Like I always say, I'm from California. I done lived in Pearl City, which is the outskirts of Waikiki. I done lived in a lot of different places. I'm from California and don't even like to be here. People are very, very small-minded, and all they see is Nipsey Hussle, the star. Just like when I be trying to tell people to look at your videos about how Nipsey Hussle name wasn't on that building, the other man name and how you broke it down. Do you know I got people that is arguing me down to the bone gristle that, oh, he don't know what he talked about. No, at the end of the day, facts is fact. But LA is the only place where, as long as you're a gangbanger or as long as you got some type of hood street credibility, people just gonna be like, oh, you hating on them. People don't want to look outside the box. That's why I can't have a relationship. That's why I don't have no kids, nothing, because I already know it's gonna be from somebody else from another state. This is like a pimp and hoe mentality. Even if you ain't ever pimped or hoe, California has dog eat dog, or it's either me be the top dog, let me see how I can use you. It's a very cold mind state that everybody has here. And you have to really be from here to understand that. But it's all smoke and mirrors, basically. You can tell the realest shit. You can come give details on this thing, Choke. And it's people that is love Nipsey so much to where they don't want to see that video you seen with all Rock Nation stuff selling out on the Marathon Clothing website and nobody else. You know, his stuff is not really getting promoted or sold. And it's so high that you go for the lowest item on the website because it's Rock Nation stuff. And people don't want to believe it. I can say in California, if you talk to anybody else from California, don't get upset if you get any type of bad feedback or pushback because they just don't want to believe it.
I know, and that's why I really never really touched on the topic, because I had people like hitting me up like, yo, Choke, leave it alone. Don't talk about it. But it's like nobody's talking bad about Nipsey. It's like the Tupac situation. It's like the Biggie situation. We just want to know the truth. And when people start acting that way, like they don't want me to talk, then it makes me feel like I might be about to go down the rabbit hole and reveal something that they don't want me to reveal.
No, it's not about that. I just want you to know people are very closed-minded, ignorance. Let me tell you, there's millions of people just in Los Angeles, right? Mm-hmm. I can literally let you speak to a lot of people. A lot of people never even lived outside of LA County, bruh. They're not versatile. They never had nothing. They never seen, oh, let me get $70 and go open up the LLC because Secretary of State is only $70 here and $200 anywhere else and really do something with what they do. They don't have an expand mind. These people has been in the projects or the regular Los Angeles city their whole life. If you never had your horizons expand, if you ain't never even went on a vacation 4 hours away to Las Vegas before, really think about these people. Like right. Nipsey Hussle is their God. That's just like me, here saying God really didn't save us. God didn't bring Jesus down here to save us. They're like, nigga, no. That Nipsey has served people gods. And one thing I learned a long time ago, you don't idolize or worship nobody. That's what you don't do. And people idolize him like a god. And that's why they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to accept it. And I'm letting you know.
Amen, sister.
People from 10 years old to 70, they stuck in their ways. They know this, however they think. If they look up to you like a god, he's a hood figure.
Right.
But like when it came down to him dying, his name, people don't understand. Like you said, he had a felony. He couldn't put the, ain't nobody gonna give no felon no business loan. I opened up an LLC when my mama died and left me money and got a wholesale license and got an office and got some vending machines. Right. I did what I need to do. So I do know a little bit about business. I'm not just talking.
And a felon can get a business loan, but I think that's what dude told him to not get him to put his name on it. And he went for it. He probably didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying?
Because think about it, Nipsey been in the hood serving his community and justice for all and making us music to where he doesn't know the business side.
Right, but the good thing you said real quick,
I have to do research.
The good thing you said that all that you just said about how people don't want to hear nothing about him because they idolize him, so they can't hear no truth, is the same thing that I go with the Jay-Z nigga. Ain't nobody gonna believe none of the crap stuff that he do because they idolize him. But I'm not gonna get on that. I'm just saying that is the perfect analogy of what you just said.
Me and my neighbor was arguing about you the other day. We was listening to one of your videos, and he was like, Jay-Z got $1 billion. I said, dude, do you know money and assets? He might have $1 billion in worth, all together his things, but it's not liquid assets where he could go in the bank and go get it
and cash it out.
Liquid asset, I don't have $1 billion.
Right. We all have more than what we have. When you look around your house, your TV add value, your computer add value, anything. You know what I'm saying? If you got a dope wash and dryer, that all adds value to your worth. If you sell everything in your house, it's more than what you got in the bank. You know what I'm saying? But some of the stuff you might not even be able to sell for what you may think it may sell. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't even want to get into all that. But look, I'm gonna move on with the show. You can stay on the phone, and you could be my co-host on this, unless
no
I want. But what I want to go through now is the discrepancies and this situation. Now, there's a video with Nipsey grandmother telling the reporter that she's saying that when Nipsey got killed, Sam got the call early in the morning and he got up and ran out. But it was afternoon time, like 3-something, 3-something when he got killed. So did she just did she make a mistake in that, or is that part of the cover up?
To be honest, I'm really skeptical about that brother Black Sam. I really don't, because I just don't know. I don't know. It could be something, but let me tell you something. I'm not trying to keep on reiterating back to my life, but my mama died. They got my granny still thinking she died 5 days before she did, and they don't want her to know. Otherwise, maybe they did that just because that's what he, Black Sam. I don't know if he was a part of the police and the scam and all that stuff. I don't know if that's what they just wanted to do to keep the narrative, straight for the grandma and her heart and her safe. But that's what I think it is. Grandmothers, I think, they'll never know what's going on. They only know what information somebody feeds them. Because my 92-year-old grandma just lost my mama and my auntie 11 months prior, and they lied to my granny all the way about everything that happened. But you know what my granny told me? Your mama calls me 6 times a day while she's sitting there convalescent home. I already knew something wrong with my child when I didn't hear from her for a whole week and a half. They didn't have to tell me nothing. So it's going to be up to us to hear from the grandmother again to see what her mind has come up with after the things she was told and what she has your feelings and what you're told and the truth usually come out, especially with older people. So I think it's just a narrative that Black Sam and everybody gave her and told her. So she has to say that. We haven't heard from her since. I would love to hear a sentence or anything from her since then. I would like to hear what her opinion is now.
I would love to meet his mother. That's the person I want to meet, because she's real deep, and I think like spiritually she's on a whole nother level. A lot of people might look at her as eccentric, but I think I can relate to her way of thinking in some aspects. But next thing is now I'm doing this from a prosecutor defense perspective. Now, if I was the defense and I was trying to find out who killed Nipsey, what happened to Nipsey's phone and his phone records? When they be able to narrow things down to the person who's responsible, if they check his phone records and see if anyone called him prior to him going to the store, since they put this story out there that he went up there to meet somebody, which we know is nonsense, because they said in the beginning that he went up there to give a dude a shirt that just came home from jail. But the Kerry dude said that he was just walking up, I guess Slauson, and seen Nipsey over there and just went over there because he just seen him like out there and went and hollered at him. So Nipsey didn't go up to the store because a nigga just came home from jail and he was giving him some clothes. And Kerry also said that he'd been home for 7 months. So that whole theory is gone. But as a defense attorney, I would say, oh, okay, well, if you're saying that my client killed him, then how did my client know that he was up there? You know what I'm saying? And then the prosecutor can say, all right, well, let's pull his phone records too and see if your client called him and told him to come up there. Or if they even had any correspondence that morning. You know what I'm saying? But where is Nipsey's phone and Nipsey's phone records? And shouldn't that be presented in the trial to see if anybody called him before he went to the store? Text him or called him? What you think?
That should be in a trial, especially if you're trying to say he went up there to meet somebody to give them a damn shirt. And I don't think he'll get off his good bed to just meet somebody for a shirt. He probably went up there just to see if his business was okay or something like that. But not only what happened to the phone, because like I told you, I done been in a situation. I know 8-ball selling dope dealers that ain't even big time where they didn't use our cell phones. I done been in the human trafficking world. They use our cell phones for $1,500 misdemeanor prostitution cases. So why we haven't got the phone records for this big high celebrity profile, death at his business? And also I want to know why we don't have the footage of the inside and the front entrance of the thing. Like you said, it's only that certain angle. Do you know how much cameras is in that store? I knew it.
I counted at least 15. When I zoomed in on the store on Google Earth, I went in the store and I went to his monitor. I think it was maybe 11 that was on, and it looked like more space for other cameras. Like, I heard that.
I know somebody that worked inside the store. It's an older OG dude that's from 60 named Ice. They used to live around the corner, and I know he had a white girl that was like his girlfriend, whatever, named Rabbit, that I always kicked it with. So I know somebody that worked there daily in the store. And it's crazy how Ice hasn't been nowhere to be found, and nobody got his word, but I would love to hear what he would have to say. So if anybody on here from 60 know who Ice is that work there every day, to know what I'm talking about, tell him to come forward with what he got to say. Because this is real crazy. Like, I don't get it. And like I told you, Nipsey owned the Fat Burger that was right next to it. Okay, so at the corner it's a shell that's like, on the corner. Yeah. Right behind it is the driveway that goes off to the next street, and then it's the shopping center. Right next to the in between that driveway and the shopping center, it's a Fat Burger and all that. If you see how that is, it's all open space. There's nothing covering it. I don't understand. Like I told you, it's a check casher place. Hungry Harold's is a known burger spot right across the street. In the donut shop where you can go get single cigarettes. Is known places that's highly got cameras because they know it's in the neighborhood it's in. I got a homegirl that sells thousands of dollars worth of merchandise right there that got people covering it. Why is not too many eyewitnesses? Why we don't see more camera angles? Because just with any other conspiracy of the media, like we said, media, they're not going to show all these people getting killed every day in the hood and stuff like that, and they can't. They only going to show you what they want to show you to keep the narrative. Do you know how small-minded people is in California? I'm born and raised here. I'm not trying to talk about California people, but in Los Angeles, for me being 29, going to be 30 years old in May, and been off the porch and out my mama's house since I was 12 years old and never looked back, I can say I have more maturity and more openness to other people because I live in a lot of different cities and states. These people, Nipsey is their God. They don't want to hear nothing but what the media is fed them, even if we come with facts and receipts. And that's the cold part. You came with receipts when you got online and showed us that website and showed us what was sold out and what was not. Like you said, I've never seen no Marathon clothing with them little emblems on it, and you could barely see it. And look who the Rock Nation is selling more on there than they don't want to hear that. So they know that everybody is so into their phones, Instagram, media. Let's just spear out whatever we want them to believe. Millions of people in Los Angeles believe it. I don't think they care about if anybody else believe it. They just want the immediate people to have to deal with this. Man, you don't understand how much Nipsey stuff is getting sold out here. People are making a lot of money. They use him for a money ploy. They got Nipsey Hussle air fresheners. That's like the tree air fresheners. That's bomb as motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, for $5-10 each, but you pay the manufacturer through Alibaba to make it for you for $1 or $2. Y'all going to hell. And I wish I could talk to Lauren London, because I talked to Lauren London when I was looking at that juvenile life case. Yeah. I would give everybody a gem. This is how you know I know Lauren London and her mother. Haven't you noticed she don't have one picture of her mother on that social media? You can't Google her mother or nothing. I'm going to send you pictures of her mother to your DM so you can always have a face of who that is. Her mother is a very beautiful lady. Her name is Terry Taylor. Terri Taylor. She works at Eastlake Central Juvenile Hall that I was looking at my juvenile life with. Her mother used to work with a lady named Mrs. Gamache in the girls' care unit. So once I went to Central Juvenile Hall for that thing, they sent me to girls' care unit where there's 10 girls left, where everybody fighting juvenile life or something big there. You get your own room, you get an open window, you're not on a slab cement, you're on a plastic thing instead of a slab cement. She worked individually with me. When I was there, this is when this Christmas or whatever movie she was coming out in. So every night, Lauren London will call and let us talk to her. Her mother is such a beautiful spirit. Her mother got a nice looking dude, look like a better, buffer version of Shamar Moore. And I just wonder how Lauren and her mother is really taking this. Because when I say Lauren London comes from a very, very good mother, her dad, let me give you another gem that I really know her mom. Lauren London's dad is a white man that has the last name London, and he's a top attorney in Las Vegas, Nevada. Do your research on that. But I'm just letting you know, if you see that she's very, very, she don't show, this is nothing you can get off Google, this is nothing you can get off her social media. And I just really would like to see how she's doing. Because at the end of the day, they don't even care about Lauren London no more. How many paper plane hats can we sell? How many Nipsey Hussle air fresheners can we sell? How many $20 and $40 Airbrush t-shirts that sponsor Swap Meet can we sell? And that's how I really, and then just leaving the narrative, Eric Holder did it. You see how Eric Holder got 2 or 3 family members killed, right, when this happened. And what if you was Eric Holder and you know that you really didn't do this, but you wanted money for your family, and LAPD, that's like God out here, told you you're going to be safe. Ain't nothing going to happen to you. We'll let you get away with it. Here go the money. Why you think the first thing he did was he went to the mental hospital? He like, nigga, I done got me enemy number one, got my family enemy number one, and these motherfuckers are getting my 75 racks, and I still got caught up. Shit. I bet you he do want to kill himself. I bet you he do. That's why he turned himself into a mental hospital. And they said, nigga, nope, you going to jail.
That's crazy. And with the cameras, they saying that the cameras got deleted in the Marathon store. That's what I heard, allegedly.
Like I said, when I say Nipsey had that equipment on deck up in there, and one thing I do respect Nipsey for, like I said, Ice, he smoked his little crack, whatever, his drugs and stuff like that, but he's a real 6'0" nigga. Like Nick, he be knocking niggas out on the regular. But he went to work in there. He didn't start no drama in there. And one thing Nipsey did was employ his OGs and the people around him to make sure that they was out the way. And I see that they basically got in. They don't even, she's not even, I don't see them too much even seeing if she's okay or, trying to see if she's okay. I just see that everything is back on Nipsey, Rock Nation, and Eric Holder, and he did it. But nobody has receipts to say that he really did it. A video ain't shit. This is how I know video ain't shit. When I see Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan on these movies and looking like they got 6 packs of steel and 8 packs of steel and looking younger as a motherfucker, and we know that they look old with some type of wrinkle under their eye. Once I start seeing how the high definition and how people can do that, they can do anything. Right now, they can make a video to say that me or you did something if they want to.
Hey, let me tell you something. When I watched that video,
recognition ain't no joke.
When I watched that video, shout out to what's his name? I think it's 10-8 views or something like that. But when I watched that video, there's a part when he's walking down the strip mall, and it's like he fades out or disappears, and then he comes back. Like, and then there's a like a still frame. Matter of fact,
of him kicking that head, huh? Think about it. Niggas is not even that old enough to know about kicking their head to make the bullet go around the head to make sure that you're dead. I don't know. I don't know. This shit is crazy.
Yeah. Damn, what picture was that? It's like a picture. It's a still shot of the guy. I think he's running between the car, but when you look at it, it looked like a white dude with shades on. I don't know if that's the white guy that got out the car. I don't know if that's the white guy that got out the car, but like the video, it's just like they can. I don't know. That video is. I've been shooting video for 30 years. The last quality I seen that looked like that was less than VHS cameras. And we in 2020, 2019, all cameras are HD. Like, I don't like they put filters on that. You cannot see clearly what that is. And my thing is,
didn't it look like the sun was beaming or something? The sun would not beam and even be seen in the camera, like you said, if it's videotape or something. But just like when you did that Lala Anthony video, you was clear as a motherfucker. I'm with this nation. Choke No Joke got the clearest videos in America. We don't know what he filming from, but Choke No Joke got the clearest videos in America.
Right.
If you got good quality on the iPhone or a regular phone, I know you got some type of better quality. It looked like you said, it looked faded and it looked like the sun was beaming. You know how the glare from a sun on the glasses? I wear glasses. It looked like, I don't know. I done seen some video clips where it looked like it was just glary.
And then when you zoom in on it, it get pixelated. So which means they save the video in a low res. So if you zoom in, it gets pixelated. So you can't zoom in to see who it is. The more you zoom in, the more blurry it gets. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's the trick that they use. But and then the thing with they saying, all right, the footage got deleted at the Marathon store. All right, I've been editing footage 30 years. We all know whether it's an email, whether it's a picture in your phone, whether it's whatever. When you go to delete something, it says, "Are you sure you want to delete?" You just can't hit delete and it's just gone in a media file case. It wants to make sure that you want to. Once that is done, so say they made a mistake and deleted the video. After you delete the video, where does it go?
It has like the main hard drive that it's supposed to be stored in, right?
It goes to the trash. And if you really want to delete it, then you delete the trash. So you telling me somebody pushed delete, yes, delete, and then went in the trash and deleted the whole video? And that was a mistake? That's if that's what they say happened. Now, if they show up at the trial with the footage from the store and they just held it and didn't want us to see it until the trial, then my bad. You know what I'm saying? But for a whole year, you telling me there's only one angle of this whole incident. Nobody was outside? Like nobody across the street? Like nothing? Nah.
I want to know what happened to the girl that got into that Infinity truck and pulled off. Remember they kept on showing that angle with the girl with the Infinity truck or something and just pulled off?
She should be another eyewitness.
The first thing, huh?
She should be another eyewitness.
That's another thing. You already know it don't matter if we have a small dope case, anything. Don't they always look at the license plate and go get the people for questioning or something? Like it was so many other people in that parking lot, but have you noticed they just disappeared? They have nothing to say. Where have Cowboy been? I don't even think that he's been saying too much lately, huh?
No. Last I heard that he supposed to have got locked up. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is. You know, I ain't from out there.
And think about it. Why would he get locked up if Nipsey was behind him? He's not wanted for shit. He got enough publicity to sell any type of interview or whatever you want to do. All of a sudden, you in jail? I don't know. It's weird. But I don't know about the Brother Black Sam. Let me tell you something. I done been on 43rd and Crenshaw by Daddy Dave's in the tattoo shop and all that shit when he used to have that black 745 or 750, 760, whatever it was. It was either 740, anywhere between 745 and 760. My homegirl used to fuck on him. I used to take her there to get fucked in the car. I don't understand. I really never, I know he mingled with the brother, but I'm just letting you know, Black Sam is a mystery. His name is Black Sam for a reason. I don't know. Black Sam could be a Black Sam and it had something to do with his brother's demise. I don't want to say that to everybody at LA just hate me, but he's just too mysterious, right? Is he kind of mysterious to you or what?
No, he's very mysterious because he hasn't really said nothing outside of, award shows.
And you know that they're going through that the courtroom with the baby custody.
Right.
With the custody of that daughter, and they really pulled out the bells and whistles to make that baby mama look bad. But one thing about it, he let the fuck out that girl, and it don't matter if he was with Lauren London, they didn't have no problems. You know what I'm saying? She was, but like I said, the sister just want legal custody of that baby for estate purposes. I don't think the mama trying to get the daughter back for the money. I think his brother and sister will do that before the baby mama did because she already know people gonna look out for her. If you know how the gangs and shit work out here, if you know how it's say your name is OG, it's OG and Lady OG. So once she became Lady Hussle and he let her carry his Hussle last name for all these years, even though he was with Lauren London and all that shit, that means that they had some type of agreement. They, you know what I'm saying, they were on good terms. They already moved on probably, but I think he still was having, I love Lauren London to death. Like I told you, I know her mama. When I was in juvenile hall, my mom used to give me $100 a bill. Her mom used to give me, when I left juvenile hall, I had all type of hygiene products and all that. I love her mama. But I'm just letting you know, Lauren London is a bad bitch. But you know how some people got them hood girl, hood boy ties. You know how, the lady or the missus of the gangbang, you know how they always fuck with each other forever. That's just like if you lady old dog gonna fuck with you forever, even if he got a wife. You know what I'm trying to say? How them ties be with them gang girls that, with the business, and nigga always want that nice, pretty girl, just like on that movie with Fat Joe and Mac 10. Remember he had the good girl that went to school and stuff that he used to go in the house.
Oh yeah, I remember that
bitch. He had that crazy bitch that was his rider, but he know that was his bitch regardless if he had another bitch. And I think that was something that's that was going on. People don't want to admit it, but I think that they had an understanding.
Yeah, but I think if I was Black Sam, I'll be a goddamn mystery too, right now. You know what I'm saying? Because if he don't know what happened, like who is he to trust right now? Right?
So how do you feel about Big U and all the little stuff that people, how the social media and bloggers tried to insinuate that he was dissing Nipsey and stuff? How do you feel about that situation?
I'm gonna get to that. I'm saving that for the end. Let's come back to that.
Let me let you be the pilot and I'm supposed to be the co-pilot. Let me calm down.
No, it ain't that. No, that's a good question though. But now they said that did you see this documentary, The Mysterious Murder of Nipsey Hussle?
No, but I know if Nick Bloomfield or BBC had something to do with it, it's pretty good. Or they made
it wasn't Nick Bloomfield. It was some other British dude. But I mean, they did what they could do with the resources and the people they could talk to. They didn't really speak to nobody of no real significance. They spoke to some, a few people that was close, but they didn't speak to the mother. They didn't speak to no family members. They didn't speak to management, the label. It was just people in the hood and whoever dude could get an interview with. But what was interesting was he went and spoke to Eric Holder's neighbor. Now, he's saying the day of the murder, Eric Holder came over to his house and he said he was in his house chilling, whatever. He said Eric Holder came over into his house and was flipping, talking about, yo, he sold him some bad drugs. He got him tripping, woo, 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 and flipped out on him, pistol whipped him, and then broke out. But he said he's never seen him act like that ever the whole time he known him. That was the first time he ever was violent towards him. Now, me putting my conspiracy theory hat on, right? If this man says that, and if what he's saying is true, that Eric Holder has never been aggressive towards him, that Eric Holder comes to his house, accuse him of drugging him, and now he's violent and pistol whips him, and he's never been violent towards him, runs out and leaves, and then later that day kills him. Okay, let's say, who's not to say they did drug Eric Holder, put him under that, what they call the MK Ultra. Me just reaching.
ELF programming, like I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
I think ELF programming has something to do with it.
And
he's already on paperwork a known informant from years ago.
And he's already hospitalized in mental institutions. Mm-hmm. So he just wakes up this day and just snaps on a person that he's never snapped on before. Pistol whips him, a person that he had love for that's been his neighbor and been cool with. This is what the guy said. This nigga been cool with me forever. I never seen this problem. He used to tell me he was an artist. I used to listen to his music. Today he snaps. He looked like he was hyping himself up for something. I don't know what was going on with him. He pistol whipped him. I never seen him again. What does that sound like to you?
Some type of trigger, some type of snap, like some type of programming. I really believe in ELF, which is ELF programming. It used to be a dude.
What is ELF programming?
Reloaded, you know how he's off of YouTube now.
Well, what's ELF programming?
Huh?
What is ELF programming?
It's basically like they can program you to, like they can say one word and ELF program have to do with a gun. I know that. And they can program you to attack or annihilate or whatever in a violent manner. I really don't know how to explain it because I know there's a lot of people listening. I don't want to say it the wrong way, but it has to do with all of the ELF programming situations that they portray on these YouTube programs and stuff has always been a person with a firearm. And most of the people been in military. Most of these people been in jail and all that stuff. But basically, that's just like if you get hypnotized. When you get hypnotized, they say one word and you snap out of it type thing. It's something to that effect. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit better because I'm not too good at that and I don't want to give misinformation. I pretty much know what it is, but I'd rather you break it down a little bit better.
Right. I understand it's some type of form of mind control. You know what I'm saying? You could, like you said, more or less hypnotize somebody, have them do something and take them out of it.
Yeah, people use hypnosis to stop smoking. People use hypnosis for a lot of things. I was looking at a Ricky Smiley show when Ricky Smiley had his reality show, how Gary from Dish Nation was getting hypnotized and the hypnotist, if he seen a certain color, made him think everybody was naked. When he seen a certain color or the man said a certain color, like you can get hypnotized to stop smoking and you'll snap out of it. And, just like they had even hypnosis on the morning show and they showed how what was that black dude, man, that couldn't get out of the hypnosis when they did it? What was that black man that used to be real fat, but now he's skinny and looked like he got a big bobblehead?
Oh, you talking about Big Boy?
Glasses.
You talking about Big Boy?
No. It's a dude that is a commentator, and he usually be on Good Morning America.
Really Al Roker.
Remember when they did that hypnosis with Al Roker and how he couldn't snap out of it when they did that hypnosis?
Nah, I didn't see that, bro. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh wow, he was stuck in the zone, baby.
Okay, now where his neighbor said, right? With him being this aggressive, angry, violent dude is, let's just say that is him on camera, kicking Nipsey and everything, right? Shooting him so aggressively, right? Okay. Well, who the hell is that standing behind Christopher Darden in the courtroom looking confused? Like, where the hell am I at and what just happened?
Yeah, I bet you if we get an interview on Eric Holder, he probably can't even recollect what happened that day, only by what he seen on the camera in the footage to hypnotize him to think that he really did it.
Right. Because he did, like, when he's standing behind Christopher Darden in that courthouse, he don't look like, in his face, somebody that's scared because they in jail. He doesn't look like a stone cold murderer. He doesn't look angry at anybody. The nigga damn near look blank, like clueless as to what the hell is going on. I don't know. That's just my observation.
Yeah, I really believe this ELF program, and I believe when you're also a confidential informant, certain things the police gonna come to you at, you always gonna think is enticing because you got a deal with the police, but the police is still the police. They don't give a care about us.
And who hired Christopher Darden for him? Like, I know he's a public defender, but how did he get on the case and why he jump off?
Because he probably is a real public defender and he didn't know what the rabbit hole he was jumping down by taking the case, and he probably got deep into the case and didn't want his reputation as an attorney or whatever he is to be tarnished. So he like, let me just jump off this roller coaster before I get too deep in and I'll be prosecuted for something I didn't even do. For real. Because look what happened to R. Kelly. Everybody that tried to defend R. Kelly, just because at the end of the day, like a lot of people like, put R. Kelly down. I don't believe all them bitches was 38 and older that was on that Survivor R. Kelly. Bitch, you could have got like the one of the girls, Ashanti McKee, her daughter, they got a court recording her daughter saying that my mom used to come back and forth home all the time when she wanted to and stuff like that. I feel like R. Kelly did do some things, but he also did not do some things. But in the eye of the public opinion and media, if they want to bury you, they're going to bury you. And I feel like anybody that tried to back R. Kelly up and try to say, hey, even if he did do this, is all out of the line of realm. You know, it's too late to prosecute or whatever like that, to where they're going to make a case. So anybody that tried to help him, just literally help him the good way and wasn't with the extra stuff, they just was like, okay, well, we gonna start indicting him and prosecuting him. Everybody that tried that was behind him started getting in trouble. They reputation got garnished, and I guess this attorney was like, you know what, this is too much for me to handle. I don't think the client that I represent even know what's going on. There must be some other program, and this is something beyond my control. Let me get out of here before the little things I have done for the community or my name get tarnished with this thing, because everybody loves Nipsey Hussle. Rock Nation is behind it. LAPD behind it. These are people I can't win against. Right. Really think about it. That's just like if I'm going into, that's just like when you're an attorney, you let people let you know, you might take a case forward, see all the things. If you feel like you can't take this case, don't let an attorney let you know, hey, I can't do this, but I have another person that might can help you with this. I know attorneys that have done that, you know, that like I can't deal with this.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, we ain't talking about R. Kelly here, but I'm trying to stick to the topic.
Attorney, he probably seen everything that was in the realm of what's going on and was like, I don't want to be a part of this.
Well, he was saying that he was getting threats.
And he never said who the threats was coming from, particularly, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure he got threats with the OJ case, so, but whatever, I guess the threats was enough for him to fall back, allegedly, you know.
Let me give him OJ's one of the people to help OJ, because we all know OJ did something, but he got off. But yeah, let me make even more publicity circus. Let's get the man that helps OJ.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, well, look, I'm gonna let you go, so I'm gonna let some other people call. They all DMing me, but it was a pleasure. Thank you for everything and all that you said, and I will hit you back in the DM.
All right, and I'm gonna send you the picture over of Lauren London mother, so you can see the mother and the stepdaddy.
All right, cool.
Nice couple. All right.
All right, peace.
Peace.
All right, Charles. Truth be told, all day, every day, we still talking about the documentary, the mysterious murder of Nipsey Hussle. Right now, I want to talk about there were some guys on the documentary called the Black Riders. I don't know if y'all seen them. They like the Black Panthers. Now, these guys and gals, you know, this group, it was more, I ain't gonna say comedic, you know what I'm saying? But like, dude was so passionate, it made me laugh. And it was like I was watching like something from the 60s or something. Like it looked like a real Black Panther movie. Like they was the Black Riders are really on the Black Panther-ish. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. But what they was basically saying that they were just saying it was the government. And the guy that did the documentary, he asked him, well, why do you think the government? You know what I'm saying? And in a nutshell, they say, you know, well, the government will make us kill us to make it look like we killed us when they really was pulling the strings. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what they were saying in a nutshell. Um, you know, they use like Malcolm X and, you know, Martin Luther King as, you know, examples, but they think that it was, you know, more straight of a government conspiracy to take Nipsey out because dude was like yo, I ain't trying to laugh at him, but it was just funny the way he said, um, wait, let me get it together. Uh, he said, why they took Nipsey out? Because Nipsey taught us, F the police, F Donald Trump. He taught us these things. So they had to take him out. Like he was getting his Malcolm X on. It was funny though. But like I said, they just really the the Black Riders, they really just feel like it was a government conspiracy to take Nipsey out because he was educating the hood on entrepreneurship and, you know, buying back the block, basically. That's, you know, in a nutshell, that's what they said. For me, with the whole government conspiracy thing and everything, I'm not going to say the government. I would believe the LAPD along with some other people. Then I would believe that it came all the way from Trump, all the way down. But who's to say that? I mean, they did. I forgot he was on the F Trump song with YG, but I don't think it would come to the point where they were going to get him hit for that. You know what I'm saying? Because YG is more popular for the song than Nipsey is. Um, oh, and then the other thing they were saying too is why they believe the Black Riders believe that it could be Eric Holder is because they saying that if what they already saying in the streets that Eric Holder was a government informant and he was working for them already, why wouldn't he if he's already working for them, why wouldn't he take the 70 racks and do the job if he was already working for them? That's what, you know, the Black Riders were saying as well too. So if you just tuning in, we talking about the mysterious murder of Nipsey Hussle. I'm just doing a review on it. I seen the documentary. I watched it 3 times, and it's somewhat interesting. But you know, I'm giving a review on it. I got another caller. Who is it? Star Wolf. Star Wolf. I'm gonna hit you up right now.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, what up? It's Choke No Joke. Truth be told, all day, every day.
What's happening, brothers?
Ain't nothing. Was good. Heard you wanted to call in.
Yeah. I was sitting up, listening, and as people, for the people that don't know me, I'm Star Wolf. I have a YouTube channel. I blog, so I was just sitting up listening to the previous caller, and I myself been following this case, and I've been blogging, but that BBC documentary, I wanted to talk about that. And
all right, let's talk about it.
That documentary to me was fake. And the reason being, first of all, you don't need to if Eric Holder is a known government informant, they don't need to pay him nothing. He don't even need to speak about that because first off, you already know what time it is and you know what your orders is. So for them to even pay him, that's kind of shaky right there. And then who even put that out there that he said it was 75,000? Who was around him when he got arrested? Who was around him? Who did he even tell that to? Why would he even bring that up if he was being paid? Why would he bring that up to the LAPD?
I know. Isn't that in the transcript that he got paid? Or he's a legend that he got paid?
They were saying that Eric Holder said that he got paid by the LAPD,
right,
$75,000 to do this. Now check this out. If you're going to admit to that and say that you got paid to kill Nip, what is the reason for you even going to trial? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
See, it's so many discrepancies. See, and you have to look at it. See, I was looking at the BBC documentary as they're trying to sway people and put it in the minds
that Big U did it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you why. First off, if you're a government informant and you're working for these people, you've been working for them. They don't have to use MK Ultra on you. You already been working for them. So all of a sudden, that morning or that day or whatever, they have to use MK Ultra to go get you to do something that you already been doing or whatever. You've been working for them. So now we got to use this MK Ultra on them guys so he can go kill Nip. That shit don't even make sense. And then who is his neighbor? His neighbor didn't want to show his face.
Right. The MK Ultra thing I'm saying is hypothetically, like, because the neighbor is saying that he was acting erratic or other than himself. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, all right, well, he accused him of putting him on drugs or giving him some bad drugs, and then he got violent with him, and he never seen him. So I'm saying myself, all right, well, what was he on? Or could that have been some type of mind control? Because if you in the house with your mother and then the next for 20 years and then she turns around and try to stab you with a knife, something's wrong with her.
Right.
All right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, why today was Eric acting other than himself? And then he goes, go ahead.
And see, that's the whole thing right there. We don't know if that truly happened that way. We don't know if they made that part up to put that into people's minds to get to believe in, so people will believe like, yeah, see what they said in the documentary? He just snapped. He snapped earlier in that day on his neighbor. So he was already in that mode to go do what he did. And see, the way I think, the way my thinking is set up, and I looked at the documentary too a couple of times. I was like, I don't believe that. Now, don't get me wrong. They do use that. They do use mind control on many peoples.
Right.
On many peoples. And the previous caller, she wasn't really able to break it down, like the elements they use in controlling people, you know, the trigger words and everything like that. You know, I won't get off into that too much because I don't want to take up too much time with that. But I'm very well versed in that anyway. But now, the thing is here, okay, in that documentary, the guy that did the documentary, he states that he received an anonymous email from the LAPD. Now, my thing is this. How the hell is it anonymous if you know it's coming from the LAPD?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not, it becomes, it's not anonymous anymore.
It's
you
not,
know who it is.
He got an email from the LAPD, but he don't know who sent it. It ain't anonymous if it came, because you know where it came from.
Exactly. You know where it originated from.
Right.
Now, my other thing with that is this. If somebody is that afraid and they work within the LAPD and they want to remain anonymous,
they ain't gonna send you no email.
Why in the fuck would they even utilize the LAPD email? You know how easy it is to set up an email? You can set up an email in like 1 minute. They could have used a fake email. So that right there caught my attention. And I was like, this is bullshit. Right.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you. Like,
see what I'm saying?
Unless he just ain't want to say who the email was from and said an anonymous person sent the email. You know, like he didn't want to reveal his source. But the way he worded it, it definitely made you like, huh? Yeah, I get you. I get what you're saying.
You're right. And I had to go back and listen to it to be, to be exact and to be sure. So anyway.
All right. So look, moving forward, right?
Moving forward.
Right. Moving forward. Do you believe, or is it a possibility that the LAPD was involved? Now, let me say something before you answer. I was in New York one day, and I was on 135th Street and Lenox Avenue, and there was these two young cops standing there, and I'm sitting there and I'm rapping with them or whatever, and what you call it, on the force. So one of the dudes was like, "Yo, what nigga, we blood," and I'm like, "Y'all blood," and he like, "Yeah," he's like, "Yo, we gangbangers before we cops."
Right.
So, with that being said, I'm seeing this in New York, and this is not even a home of gangbanging. Like, these niggas is late with it. So, I'm willing to bet if that's the case, that gotta be the case in LA, that there's Crips and Bloods that grew up in the family that may not have like blooded in or cripped in or whatever you called it, but grew up in a family that is LAPD.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, and it, there is people within the LAPD. Some of them may be retired now or whatever. That have grew up in LA, grew up in Compton, and grew up all over. And some people may know because they grew up in the neighborhood and all that shit. But yeah, I mean,
kind of like Reggie Wright. Reggie Wright was a cop, but he was running with some dirty niggas.
Right.
He wouldn't be in jail right now.
Right. Police the crookedest motherfuckers.
Right.
They the crookedest motherfuckers on this earth.
And they got the badge to back their ass up. That's the That's the pass to do crooked shit.
Exactly. So that's possible. That right there is possible. What you saying, But the thing is this. See, this is what I wanna say right here. Okay, this how LA is, Choke. Okay. Where the Marathon store is set up in that plaza. Okay, you got stores all over LA and everybody's hoods. Okay, dudes hang out all the time. doing whatever they do.
Right.
Selling dope, selling weed, hanging out, just whatever. So this is in everybody's neighborhood. So, but the thing here is this. You cannot just come and set up shop. What I mean by that is, this the point I'm making, because people say that it was crisis actors. They Hollywood came and did what they did. First of all, you cannot set up in nobody's hood in LA and do that. First of all, they can be looking like, who is this? Who is this person? Because everybody is already on high alert because there's wars going on. People getting shot on a daily. So it's like, who is this dude walking up? Everybody know everybody already. So if somebody come in the parking lot that don't nobody know, and everybody say they don't know him, the first thing they're going to want to do is either kill him or rob him. So for somebody to even get that close to it, it had to be somebody he not respected, but somebody everybody knew.
Right.
Because it's always people hanging out, and people going to check you like, hey, homie, where you from? Who is that? You don't know him? Who is that, homie? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He looks strange anyway. Look at his face. It look like he owns something. It look like he's fixing to do something. You know what I'm saying? Let's get at it. So, I mean, it was his homies, I'm going to just say, in my opinion.
I mean, clearly, like, whoever walked up on him, he wasn't worried about it.
He was comfortable.
Yeah.
He was comfortable.
Right.
He was comfortable. Nobody in LA is comfortable like that. I don't care where you hanging out at, where you at. If somebody walk by you, if a car rides by you, everybody on point.
And that's the other shit right there. Right?
Yeah.
And they trying to say, like I said, I already talked earlier when I said that, in his grand jury testimony, they asked him, did he have an altercation with Nipsey where he called him a snitch? And he said no. Cowboy said that nothing happened before that. But everybody else throwing out this narrative that he called him a snitch or whatever, and like he had a problem. I'm like, yo, get out of here, you a snitch, whatever. When he came walking up like that, if Nipsey had a problem with him, he would have broke and ran in the store to go get his burner. Or he wouldn't have just stood there and let the nigga walk up on him if he had a problem with him.
That never would have happened like that. That's the whole thing I'm saying. That's the whole point I'm making right there. And the thing is this: if he had known snitch, he's not going to come to the neighborhood knowing that motherfuckers is gonna get at him.
Right.
He's not gonna do that. And let's just say, for instance, that this conversation took place, the snitch conversation. After he told him he was a snitch, Nipsey already know what time it is from the streets. He already know that, look, okay, like you just said, I got to go up in the store, get a heat or somebody around. Matter of fact, you got an OG homeboy standing there. Everybody listening to the conversation. So once you call them that, everybody going to be looking like, what? You a snitch? They gonna follow in suit and be like, hell yeah, homie, you got to get your ass up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Or it ain't going to even be no words, and somebody going to get at you. They either going to shoot you, they going to do whatever they do. Or if you already a known snitch, they don't even need to talk about that, because you don't need to talk about something you already know.
Right. Right.
Everybody already know. Where the paperwork at?
Right.
Where the paperwork? When you snitch in LA, that paperwork come out. Niggas put that paperwork out. They shoot that paperwork from the pen or the county jail to the streets. They letting homies know, such and such told. Yep, he ain't no good no more. He fouled. Yep, he got down on the homies. The homies gonna know anyway, because they gonna be like, damn, what happened with the case of such and such? Oh, yeah, he told or whatever. You mean to tell me don't nobody know? Ain't nobody put the paperwork out? And black people don't care about other black people. We don't care about exposing each other. That paperwork would have been out.
So do you think is there any possibility that the police could have hired him to do that?
I mean, that's a high possibility. That possibility is always there. That yes, they could have hired him to do that. You know?
Yeah. And then my other question would be,
well, why pick him?
Huh?
No, but I'm saying, but what would be the reason to pick him out of all the other Rolling 60s?
I mean, because he the breadwinner, bringing money to the hood. I mean that I'm just speculating. I don't know.
No, I'm saying why would they pick City Cuz? Why would they pick Eric?
Oh, why would they pick him? I thought you meant Nipsey.
What would make him so special? Why is he the one? What would make them pick him out of everybody else?
Only reason I would think is because he fit the narrative that they paint. They saying, like, people out there are saying that they known that he's a snitch, and he's also already been admitted in a mental institution. So who's better us?
Right. That's true right there. But see, anytime information, this is how I am. Anytime information is put out there, I always try to find the origin from which it came. Like where did this originate from? Who put this out there? Because I can't just follow certain information and it's like, you know, everybody's saying he was going to the mental house back and forth, in and out, you know what I'm saying? And you know, that's plausible. He could have been, you know, that he could have did. I mean, they could have did that. They very well could have hired him because they felt like we can manipulate him.
Yeah, of course.
I still feel like that. I still feel whether the police hired him or whoever hired him, he was manipulated into doing that.
Yeah, because my thing is this. Anyway. My thing is this. How could a dude in an organization, whether it's Blood, Crips, or the Nation of Islam, hit a made man without the okay from higher above? I know there's rogue niggas out here. Like there's rogue cops. It's like like rogue Bloods and Crips that and dudes from the Nation that don't follow what Farrakhan say and do what they want. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is, could a random dude in the Nation of Islam just go and hit Farrakhan without being sanctioned?
Hell no.
Exactly.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. That had to be sanctioned.
Yeah, because it's like, yo,
that had to be sanctioned.
Unless dude is just a nut like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Just a nut and just like everybody was just saying, he snapped and just went and did that. And it's like you said earlier in the show, he had no problems, so he just all of a sudden snapped and then go hit Nipsey. He drive all the way from Long Beach to his hood and hit Nipsey. Because if you snapped, it seemed likely that, okay, I started earlier. I didn't snap with my neighbor. It seemed like it'd go from the neighbor to probably down the street to probably a mile away or whatever, not all the way across the city.
Yeah, like you driving all the way across the city.
Yeah.
Because you woke up because this nigga sold you some bad drugs. And then now you just going straight for Nipsey.
Right. You done sold me some badass weed, so now I'm going to go kill the homeboy that I ain't got no problem with.
Or I'm going to go, or this nigga allegedly called me a snitch, so today I'm going to go and it don't add up, man.
Right. You called me a snitch, so I'm going to go kill you today because I'm mad. But here it is. I've already been known as a snitch. Come on now.
Right.
Here it is. You sell me bad weed, but I don't snap on you. You know what I'm saying? I don't kill you. I just hit, man, that shit, like you said, that shit don't make sense.
Yeah, like why he ain't kill a nigga at the house for selling him? Like a nigga selling you some bad shit is worse than the nigga calling you a snitch.
Yeah.
Why he ain't kill him?
If you sell me some bad weed, I'm whooping your ass right there. First of all, you can't even sell me no bad weed because I'm gonna look at this shit before I even purchase this shit. That shit don't even make sense.
Right. And from what this man saying is he act like he ain't never even sell drugs.
Right.
So like he was just straight loony, straight out his mind.
Right.
All right. So all right, we're gonna move past that.
Okay, let's move past that.
We following the Biggie thing, Tupac thing. We know with the whole Biggie thing that LAPD is crooked because y'all can't say that y'all was watching this nigga, y'all was following this nigga. Did he get capped and nobody seen nothing? Like, so I'm gonna say that I agree that something ain't right with the LAPD. Now, can it be that being that they saying that Rock Nation and Nipsey was meeting with the police the day after he got killed, could it be that the streets ain't like that? He was getting ready to meet with the police and he got hit?
Well, yeah, you can look at it. You can look at it like that in the sense like, nah, we don't want him to meet with the police. You know, that's against all, you know what I'm saying, what we stand for. You know, we don't want the homie to do that, you know, but I can't see any homies really getting mad at him or
not to the point where they want to kill him, because we seen Snoop meet with the police, we seen Game meet with the police. Yeah,
you know, once you become a celebrity, a lot of things is overlooked, and they already know. You know, they already know his get down. So it's like I can't really see that happening in that fashion. I can't really see that happening in that fashion like that.
Like you saying that the gang will give him a pass for meeting with the police because they know he doing it for the community.
Well, it's not really not yeah. You can get a pass like that because you're doing something for the betterment of the community and for the people, and they know that you just ain't going to have no meeting and no sit down with the police because you fixing to tell on some illegal, some criminal activities that's been going on, you know. But here's my thing with that, and I'm glad you brought that up because the commissioner stated that he had received an email or something to that effect from Nipsey back, you know, in February. But he didn't open the email until after Nipsey had died, and he seen that Nipsey wanted to have a meeting. So my whole thing was, if you didn't take the time to even read the email back in February when he sent it, you didn't even care about having no meeting. And furthermore, if you knew about the meeting after you opened the email after Nipsey was killed, that meant you never
confirmed the meeting.
Right. It never was going to happen.
Right.
So that right there was bullshit too.
Wow. See, I ain't even catch that.
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah. See, and I can see Nipsey wanting to have a meeting because he was spreading love, spreading positivity, and want to see gang violence come to an end or whatever.
And he probably wanted to get them motherfucking street cops off his back from keep messing with him.
Right. And that's another thing in itself right there. If they all know that they gonna have a meeting with Nipsey, why do they keep sending their officers out to harass him?
Right.
That wouldn't even make no sense. Like, damn, y'all keep harassing me, and y'all know that we supposed to have a meeting. But see, no meeting was never. It wasn't gonna never materialize.
Right.
They don't care. They didn't care about Nipsey. Shit, all that rapping and all that. To them, in their eyes, he was a young, successful black male trying to do the right thing. Somebody that was gonna help his peoples, and they was like, shit.
Right. Now, this is the thing that made me want to believe that the police had some involvement in it. Now, you remember in the documentary when the guy went and talked to the LAPD?
In the beginning of the documentary?
It's not in the beginning. It's towards like near the end. There's a black bald head cop.
Yeah.
He go talk to him. This nigga had no remorse whatsoever for Nipsey at all, yo. He said Nipsey died the way he was supposed to die.
Right.
I said, whoa.
Right. In so many words, he said Nipsey wasn't special. Wasn't nothing special about it.
He said that. He said that. He
died like he died in the streets.
Like the police expected him to die. Exactly what he said.
Yeah. 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 That was some low down dirty shit right there. But he spoke from his heart. This is how they view us.
Right. And then he said, yo, the cop said, he said his story wasn't a success story. It ended how police expected it to end.
Right. He said that too.
And I'm like, yo, dude, what are you talking about? He changed his life. He wasn't out there gang banging and what you call it and got killed gang banging.
Right.
He got killed selling clothes, selling music.
Right.
So that cop, that showed me right there that the LAPD had a lot of hate for him because this dude had no remorse whatsoever. And then he said, yo, we police, we go to the neighborhood. We there to arrest people and incarcerate people. We ain't social workers. We there to beat them up and lock them up. Oh, brother.
Right.
Y'all not coming to the neighborhoods to beat us up and lock us up. Y'all supposed to be there to protect and serve and protect us and serve the neighborhood. This cop got on camera and said they come to the neighborhoods to arrest and incarcerate us and beat us up and lock us up. What? I'm glad I don't live in LA. Y'all LA niggas had it worse growing up than us in New York. I thought we had it bad.
They some dirty, low down motherfuckers. Like I said, he spoke from his heart. He meant every word he said. He said Nipsey died like he
wanted to say I hate that nigga.
Yeah, he really wanted to say that.
He
really wanted to say that because they don't expect us to grow up and become successful. That right there is a no-no. So he was like, shit. He died like he was supposed to. He kind of was upset that the interviewer even asked him that question.
Yeah, like you praising this nigga? Like that's how he was talking. Like you doing a documentary on this nigga? Like you praising this nigga? He was like, yo, he was a piece of trash gangbanger. That's how the cop treated him, yo. I wanted to grab that nigga through the TV, my nigga. Like he had no remorse for the dead, period.
Right. He's one of the worst. He's one of the worst kind of police.
And he's one of the cops that I would believe that if somebody came to him to do something towards Nipsey, look how he act.
Yeah.
Who's not gonna believe this nigga went and set Nipsey up or do something to Nipsey? This cop, the way he's talking like a gangbanger.
Right.
Nigga said, yo, we go to the hood to arrest and incarcerate people. Mm-hmm. That's what y'all come to the hood for? Y'all supposed to be patrolling the neighborhood to protect us, not arrest and lock us up and beat us up.
Exactly. And the only other thing he left out that he probably wanted to say was, we go to the neighborhood to arrest and lock up and occasional shoot some motherfuckers.
Yeah, hey, you know right. You goddamn right. You goddamn right.
But he wanted to say
hell
that.
Yeah.
They do that on a regular.
Yo, you seen the disgust all in his face about Nipsey, yo.
Yeah.
So how are we not to believe that the LAPD did not like him?
Mm-hmm.
You could tell he's probably one of the. I bet you if Black Sam or somebody for the family see him in that joint, or somebody from All Money In, they probably like, oh, that's that sucker cop right there that did this or did that. I guarantee it, man.
Right. And you know something else that I wanted to bring up, that when you was talking about the Black Riders,
right?
That the Black Panther, the Black militant group.
Yeah.
Now my thing is this. This another thing that made me not like that documentary, because first of all, I already know. When you blog and you're making interviews, you're doing interviews or whatever, things have to be edited down. So I know that they purposely edited it to where that Black militant group looked at foolish and stupid, because like you said, when you was laughing, and I was laughing too, when he said that Nipsey told us say fuck the police and fuck Donald Trump, I was like, damn, that's the only thing that he learned.
Right.
I was like, that's crazy.
Right. That's what made it look like buffoonery and shit. Like, I know he said more than that, but them taking that bite right there made it look real clownish.
Right. They edited out to make them look weak.
Right.
Like they used to do back in the 60s with the Black Panthers and everything. They did that to make them look real weak, because
they made them look silly, yo.
Man, they made them look real silly. I was like, man, this shit got me pissed off. That shit was crazy, It was real crazy. Yeah. But man, you done brought up some good points.
Yeah, I'm not done yet. But now, homie, don't get mad at me. I don't know who you are.
Right.
But you the OG. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the OG dude that was in the store, my brother. You was very disrespectful. You could have used a nicer choice of words. The dude from the A-Trade Gangsters or A-Trade, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, my nigga, yo, he was so he said Nipsey was stupid. Now,
yeah.
I'm not gonna say Nipsey was stupid. Nipsey underestimated the hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say he was stupid. He was genuine with his love for the hood. You know what I'm saying? But dad, dude, you called him stupid, and like it gotta be because he's from another gang that he was just so disrespectful like that.
The A-Trade Gangsters, from A-Trade Gangsters first. So A-Trade Gangsters and 60s been warring with each other for years. Now, my take on this whole thing is this, because Melvin Farmer was right there, aka Big Skull. He well respected in LA, especially amongst the A-Trade Gangsters now, and other OGs across LA. So
right.
When the brother spoke and said he was stupid, I didn't agree with those choice of words either. I made a video about the documentary the other day, and I had spoke on that, and I was like, I'm not gonna call Nipsey stupid, but I will say he was foolish, because him being from 60s, being from the street life, he know what time it is, And you know, you got to have certain people around you, and you got to be on point now
at all times.
Me personally, I didn't necessarily believe that he was really had too much animosity towards Nip or the 60s. Maybe back in the day when he was gang banging, when he was in his prime or something, he probably had a lot of animosity because people on both sides lost family members, homeboys, homegirls, and everything. But you know, he really, for real, even though he used that word, which I feel is a poor choice of word.
Right.
He was speaking the truth.
I'm not saying that he wasn't keeping it funky, but for the sake of the documentary and him being dead, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like he could have said what he said, being an OG. You know what I'm saying? Because I would consider myself an OG. I would have said it in a more tasteful way. Like, that's the only thing I'm saying. Like, the way he said it, it came off like F that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga was like, he was stupid for going open the store in the hood. Nah, that nigga was really trying to be having a good gesture from his success. Like, like it may be stupid to a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I could put on my street nigga hat and be like, yeah, that's stupid. But speaking in an interview like that, like you said, is more foolish than stupidity, because he employed a lot of people like that probably couldn't even get jobs, and he put food on niggas' table. That ain't stupid. But I just felt like dude was like I could tell that. Like, I don't know the gang thing, but like when you just said that the A-Trays been rolling, rivals against the city, I could tell that by the way he expressed it, that it was still some distaste for the other side by the way he said it. Because if it was a nigga from his crew, he would have said it in a more tasteful way, in my opinion.
Right. Because your words can spark something in the next person to where they like, damn, you know. And I'm pretty sure some 60s probably been seeing the interview and they was like, damn, why he say that about the homie? He could have said it in a different way. And you telling the truth too. And it goes back to why didn't they edit that out? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I did that. Like me as a director, I would have took it out because I would have been like, this ain't gonna get his head cracked for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not saying that he is, not saying that they're gonna get mad at him. I'm just saying, like, I would think that somebody's gonna be upset for those choice of words.
Right. Hell yeah. Because it didn't roll off the tongue like if you just having a conversation, we into the conversation in 20 minutes and it just come out or whatever. It was, you know, whoever seen the documentary, you know, they understand exactly what you're saying right now.
Exactly.
It was very distasteful.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And the expression on his face showed disgust. You know what I'm saying? So I just you know, and like I said, outside of, you know, the gang stuff, like I don't care about the gang stuff. I've never been in the gang.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But outside of the gang stuff, as an OG or old head or older dude, he could have articulated that the same way that nobody would have been taking it as him being a hater or getting anybody from the other side mad at, or anybody, because I'm not even I'm not a Crip, I'm not a Rolling 60, but I was like, damn, homie, like, damn, you like disrespecting the nigga. Like, as a fan, I felt the way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, but you know, I'm sure that once he's seen it and looked at it, he probably was like, you know, like most of us, damn, you know, I said that in bad taste. I would think so. I would think so.
All right.
But now let's
So what now?
Now let's get into what I think this documentary was trying to do was point the finger at Big U.
Most definitely.
Would you agree with that?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely. Most definitely. It was geared all the way towards that.
Right.
I didn't see that in the beginning.
But when you got towards the end,
yeah, and then I watched it again, I was like, oh, most definitely.
Yeah, it was like
most definitely.
Like they did this. I feel like this documentary was made and put out before the trial to try to insinuate that Big U got Eric Holder to kill Nipsey.
Ain't no doubt. And they know how to orchestrate things of that nature when they doing videos, doing movies, whatever it is, to put it in everybody's heads, that'll stick in everybody's head like, whoa. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I was like with that email, because after he said he had received an email, it was anonymous and all that from the LAPD, the next words was, they told me to look at the big man.
Right.
And the big man is Big U. So they make it seem as, okay, there's nobody else within Rolling 60s that could say anything or do anything or call any shots or whatever. First of all, you have to understand LA gang culture. There is no leaders. There is no leaders. The shit is unorganized. It's been unorganized. You got OG homeboys and you got little homies. And that's just what it is. You know, now people look up to the OGs and they respect them. Some older dudes ain't respected as that, depending upon who it is and what they did and all that. And some people still don't care. They just not going to respect the OG or whatever.
Right.
On the flip side, Big U, he is respected. And he respected by a lot of 60s. Okay. Me, myself, blogging, I put out videos on Big U because of things that was going on and a video that Big U had made. So that made me put out some videos on him. Now, when I made the video the other day, I was explaining to people that Big U didn't put it in motion. You know what I'm saying? And then looking at this BBC documentary, knowing how these folks operate and how they manipulate situations, I was like, oh yeah, they making it, they putting it out there. They putting it out there as he done it.
Right. Right.
They put it out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Look at the big man. He can give you answers.
Yeah, well, then why would the LAPD send us do an email tell him to look at Big U?
Right.
If why would y'all be telling me to look at him if y'all not looking at him? And why he's not arrested if that was the case? Because they trying to throw the narrative off of who's really involved. I don't me personally, I don't believe Big U had anything to do with it. That's just me. I think he's the scapegoat. He's the nigga in the hood. Every time something happened in the hood, he did it.
I don't anymore either, especially after looking at that documentary, because I know how these people operate. Here it is. You're going to say, look at the big man and all this. So, if, like you said, if you know, then why you ain't went and got him?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? See, they'll put us against each other. They'll put us against each other, and they got all the type of tactics. You know, they use so many tactics to do it. They still using tactics from the 60s and 70s, from the civil rights era.
Right.
They still using them tactics because a lot of people not even familiar with them tactics.
Now check this out. Now when they start talking about Big U, they go and see this girl Anisha in Vegas. You saw that part? Now I'm going to assume she's a Crip too, right? They say she been down with Nipsey for 10 years. She said when he asked her who, you know who, everybody's saying they know who killed Nipsey, but they scared to say. And she says, well, it's a secret society. All we ask is trust. Right?
Yeah.
Now, for me, a lot of people, this is where I feel like Big U is the diversion, right? Now, when she said that, what did you get from that?
When she said Big U was a diversion?
No, I'm saying Big U is diversion. When the girl Anisha said on the roof in Vegas, when the dude asked her, well, who killed Nipsey? And she says, it's a secret society. All we ask is trust. When she was saying that it's a secret society, she can't reveal to him, you know, who did it.
When she even said that right there, it's a secret society, and we can't reveal who did it. My whole thing was you shouldn't even been talking anyway. They went and got specific people for this interview.
Right.
Specific people. They didn't just pick these people just by chance. This was meticulously done.
Right.
They knew exactly. Okay, they probably talked with about 30 or 40 people, and then they narrowed it down. Like, okay, we're gonna use this one, this one, this one, and this one for the interview. This is how we're gonna do this.
Right.
Yeah. So, and then he was like, I couldn't catch up with him.
Right.
All
right, but but when she said that this is a secret society, what did you think when she said that?
Honestly, when she said secret society, what came to my mind is she's speaking of the Crips, and she can't give out the information on the Crips. You know, all that's what I got out of it.
Right.
That's what I got out of it.
I took that two ways. Who else is known for that line?
I don't know right off who.
It's a secret society. All we ask is trust.
Shit, only people I can.
Jay-Z.
Okay.
Right now, when she said that, now I thought of, all right, now either this girl's a Crip or she's an Eastern Star.
Right.
Mason. Right. Now I know from me watching Nipsey and looking at Nipsey that he joined the Masons. You know what I'm saying? I could tell from a lot of things. I'm not going to say what, because I don't want to give it up, because I need to know who's who. Right. So I seen that he became a part of that. So when she's saying it's a secret society, all we ask is trust, she could be talking about the Crips, or she could be talking about the Eastern Star or a Mason, and because she could also be a Mason too. She been rolling with Nipsey for 10 years. Right.
That's real.
So when she keeps saying it's a secret society, it's a secret society. Who has we seen Nipsey with as of lately before he died? Who was he signed to?
Yep, Rock Nation.
Okay. Now, when she's saying it's a secret society, she keeps saying it's a secret society. I never heard the Crips use that terminology.
Me either.
You know what I'm saying? So where her using Jay-Z's lyrics I'm assuming that she may be an Eastern Star. Only those who know her may know if that's right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
That's facts.
now, if that's the case, why didn't this dude interview anybody from Rock Nation?
Exactly.
Why didn't he interview anybody from Atlantic Records? Since he was doing Nipsey career, you ain't gonna talk to the label or his management? That's not odd to anybody.
That was highly odd. That goes back to what I was saying.
Or you ain't gonna talk to Emery, who was running around acting like he was Nipsey's best friend? You're not gonna talk to nobody from over there?
They did that documentary like they wanted to do it so they can hurry up and get it out before the trial.
So now listen, she says also, so the dude asked her, he says, so you telling me when you say it's a secret society that it's somebody other than the LAPD and Eric Holder involved in this? And she says yes. And he's like, I think he insinuates like Big U. Could it be Big U because he was jealous or whatever? And she says, oh, it's a lot of people jealous. So that excluded Big U right out of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She says a lot of people jealous, and they jealous because the young niggas is following you now and not the older niggas.
Right.
And this all goes around the secret society conversation. Right? So when she say, oh, it's people with a lot of money involved, much more money, this, that, and the other. Okay, well, I know Big U ain't got no big money. I'm not saying, I know he can't be no multi-millionaire. So who are you talking about?
Exactly. Who are you talking about?
And all right, so who can make, do we believe that Big U got to pull with the police to pull all this off and get cameras pulled and this, that, and the other? And finagle this whole thing? Or do we think that the people down with the secret society got connections with the police, getting able to use the police seals and things like this or whatever, working with the police, this, that, and the other? Who's to say that side ain't as guilty as I'm trying to point the finger at Big U? Because if you if you follow the money, who's getting all the money?
Exactly.
And who saw the benefits that Suge Knight and Interscope got from Tupac? Who was around to see that? Who was around to see the Puff benefit from the death of Biggie? Okay, then. And what money is Big U going to get from Nipsey getting killed? Not a goddamn dime. Well, I know some other people that's getting millions off of that shit.
Lots.
Okay, and then
lots of millions.
Okay, and on this note, you look at his website. Who's overshining on his website? Where's the money? Follow the money, man. All right, and then his last tweet was what? It's a blessing to have strong enemies. Right. How many people you think could be strong enemies to him? I'll let you name 2 people that you would think that he would consider strong enemies to him.
Let's see. He definitely going that it's a blessing to have strong enemies. He definitely talking about somebody that was close to him.
And if they strong, they got to be big.
Yeah, he had to be.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave that right there. It can only, how many people would he consider to be strong enemies?
Exactly.
And they got to be strong because they got him killed the next day. That's super strong.
Yeah. He ain't talking about physical strength.
No, hell no. Hey,
he talking about that.
And and me personally, I don't believe that Big U, I'm not taking nothing from him, is that strong to pull this whole thing off like this with the cameras. The whole. I just don't.
I was just finna say that.
I just don't see it. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I'm not underestimating this nigga power. I'm not underestimating this nigga pockets. But this shit is bigger than motherfucking Big U. Just like it's bigger than Nino Brown. I'm just sorry. That's just my opinion. Y'all believe what y'all want to believe. I'm going to believe what I want to believe. Judging from looking at that documentary.
I was just going to say, that documentary, that's filthy right there.
That documentary shows for a fact somebody is trying to put it on Big U.
That documentary showed it, and people got mad at me too when I made the video the other day because I was trying to tell them, man, that anonymous email from the LAPD, I'm like, you don't need to be anonymous when you can just make a fake email. You don't have to go through all that trouble. See, yeah, they wanted to put it out so quick, that kind of exposed them right there, talking about anonymous email. That what made me look even closer. And then when he mentioned Big U, to be honest, I didn't even think he would even talk about Big U. I thought he would interview some more rappers and everything like that. And it was just, I thought it'd even be longer than what it was. And when they said Big U, I was like, I see what's going on right here. I know the move.
Yeah. And they doing it right as soon as the pre-trials started. Like the trials getting ready to start. Like, are they gonna try to line this nigga up, my nigga, and have this nigga come out and say this nigga told him to do it?
You know what? They done it in the past before. That's why my whole thing was like, he didn't, according to their paperwork and what they stated, he's admitted that he was the shooter by saying when they had pre-trial motions going on, he was trying to get 2 of his charges dropped, which is attempted murders, from the other 2 people that was hit with bullets. He was stating that he didn't try to hit them. So if you didn't try to hit them, that's admitting that you did shoot the gun.
Right.
Which my thing is, if you did shoot the gun, then why are you still going to trial? That shit don't make sense.
Well, you gotta look at it this way. You still got to find him beyond a reasonable doubt that he did it. Going to trial is so many loopholes for him to walk.
Right. You're right about that too. You're right about that too. There's millions of loopholes and shit, but after he admitted to them that he didn't try to shoot them too, that right there still get you. If you walk on anything, you ain't gonna walk on them 2 charges.
Right.
He like, I didn't try to hit them 2. So what you're saying is you tried to hit them. You tried to hit them, but you didn't mean to hit them 2.
I don't even know he hit them niggas, like 3 different niggas.
I don't either. I don't either. That right there was, I mean, from what we seen and how close he was, how the hell did you hit them 2?
I want to know why ain't no blood splattered on 2 white cars right there. Like I done seen niggas get killed in front of me. Like blood splatters everywhere, my nigga. There's no blood on the floor. No. They talking about he got shot 10, 11 times and there's no blood nowhere?
You're right about that. You're right about that. You're right about that. You're right about that. And something else I had thought about just now when you was talking about him hitting the other two. Nip was to the left of him, and the other ones was to the right of him. So it's like,
nah, they was on the left. Nip was on the right.
No. Nip was on his left because he was leaning up against the car where he could see him coming.
Okay.
And Kerry was on the other side on the right, and the other one was running. So it's like he got to run diagonally to the right. So it's like, how did you hit them when you was pointing in his direction?
Right.
How did that happen? I never thought about that, but you know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy and weird too. But you're right about the blood splatter. You get hit 11 times, there's got to be some type of blood somewhere. You know, me myself, and I done told people too. I've been shot before. I got hit like 6 times, and everything that hit me went in and came out. So I got multiple holes, and I got hit all over my body. And the only place that I bled was on my hand. One of my fingers got hit, and it almost severed my finger. And so my whole hand was bleeding like a motherfucker, but every other part of my body wasn't bloody. And like I told this one woman, when I got shot, this lady came, and she stayed with me the whole time. And she was like, oh, you'll be okay. You all right? You just got shot in your hand. And at the time, I was kind of believing that, but I was also holding my stomach because it was hurting like a motherfucker. I didn't know at the time I had got hit in my back and it came out of my stomach, but I was bleeding on the inside. And the other holes, I didn't have no blood on my pants. I didn't have no blood on my shirt.
Right.
I didn't have no blood on my jacket or nothing. I was like, that shit tripped me out. But I know damn well I got hit 6 times because I couldn't walk or none of that shit for a minute. But,
right.
You know, but what you're saying is very, 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 very true. Those cars was white. Something had to go through. That bullet had to go through.
Yeah, and you got to remember, you talking about 3 people getting shot. And, like, when you zoom in on that, it's like, it's really no blood. His mom said when she got to the scene, she ain't see no blood. But, you know, I guess it was internal bleeding. I don't know. But that was weird. That will remain weird.
Yeah, but you're right. It should have been some type of blood, especially getting hit in the head.
Right.
Because them head shots, you get hit, your heart's still pumping. It's going anyway. You gonna bleed out. That shit gonna leak out. It's gonna come out like a faucet.
Hey, I don't know, man. I with that video, we'll never know.
We'll never know. We'll never know. You know, it was definitely manipulated.
Hell yeah. Like, come on, man. I've been dealing with video way too long. I can tell that whole shit is manipulated. Like they put filters on that.
Yeah.
And the movement could even be fake. It's like I don't know. It's like I guess if somebody like if these dudes was there and everything, then they say that's how it happened. That's how it happened. But the son was just fishy about that video, man. In my opinion.
But see, the thing is this. There was people there when it went down, when it happened.
Right.
It was people there. But see, the thing is this. That don't mean that video wasn't manipulated. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you deal with video. I deal with video. I know, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the world's greatest editor, but I know goddamn well that, you know, the video was it was tampered with, you know, because some of the people on there, it looked like they was pop locking. What I mean by that is glitching. Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's one point where the nigga, when he leaving, He going down the strip of the store. He like fizzles out. He disappears, and then the image comes back.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, something ain't right with this, man. But yo, thanks for calling in, man. I'm gonna let a few more people call. But
yeah, no problem.
Yo, what you call it? I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I appreciate you too.
All right, but we'll build again.
Okay, all right, bro.
All right, good looking, Tiff, for setting that up. Okay. Shout out to my girl Tiffany. Let me see if there's anybody else in here. I see a lot of y'all up here talking about y'all want to call. I don't know, y'all. I hope that this the show tonight is informative. We got somebody here. Dre. Let's see if Dre pick up. Peace. It's Choke No Joke. Truth be told, all day, every day.
What's going on with you?
Hey, ain't nothing. What's the word, man? How you feel about that documentary?
You know, to be honest, I haven't even gotten a chance to even look at the documentary. I mean, to be honest with you, I just been following you, dog, and I just been looking at what you've been talking about. And everything that you said, like, you just pretty much hit everything on the nail.
Right. Okay.
You know, I don't think, see, everybody keeps talking about, oh, big you. I'm out here in Cali, too. And I'm between San Bernardino, and I'm between where Nipsey was Crenshaw.
Right.
And everybody want to talk about big you. And I'm like, nah, he didn't have that type of juice, not to pull that off.
Right. Not to take nothing to get away from him, but this is like next level type of cover up.
But Choke, you had put everything right on the nail when we not gonna say, you know, the big homie's name, but you mentioned it when you said, you know, all we ask for is trust. It's a secret society.
Right. Yeah.
So, and the thing that got me was, like you said in one of the other live feeds that you had, you said, how was it that this dude Nipsey Hussle had the same funeral as Michael Jackson did out here at Staples Center? And it's crazy because I was just at my cousin's house yesterday, and, you know, she lives pretty much like right by the 60s. And like she even told me, she said, I wasn't familiar with Nipsey's music until after he died.
Right. You know, and
so,
that's a lot of people, but, you know, that's a sensitive subject because people get upset when you say that, you know, because they love him so much. So I try to stay away from that. But, you know, I mean, I'm not going to backtrack on what I said. I mean, his career wasn't parallel to Michael Jackson's or Kobe's.
No, and you're right, because actually I opened up for Nipsey Hussle back in 2009 when he did the Bullets Ain't Got No Name mixtape. Mm-hmm. And I even remember back then, I'm like, I ain't never heard of no Nipsey Hussle, but I was like, okay, I'll open up for the dude. I mean, you know, I had never heard of him even back then, but back then I was like, oh, okay, you know, he's kind of like a mixtape type dude. So he did come a long way, but when everything had happened, it was like they made him bigger in death as opposed to when he was alive.
That was so the label can make money. They know if they made him bigger like that, they would generate a lot of money because they seen what it was with Pac and Big when they died. Like Jimmy Iovine said to Suge Knight when Pac died, oh, you hit the jackpot. Nothing beats a dead man's sales. So they know that at this point.
And see with Nipsey, it's ironic too. Once Nipsey died, you see Roddy Ricch became popular. Then you see Blueface became popular. So it's all an agenda.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because see, Nipsey started to change how, you know, he was rapping, and he started to change the whole outlook on, you know, not just the hood, but, you know, himself as, you know, a rapper and an MC. His thing was, okay, well, I can't keep talking about rolling 6 soul, whoopty whoop, like all day, every day.
Right.
You know, like there's got to be, there's like more things to talk about, and there's, you know, there's a bigger world than just Crenshaw. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No doubt.
Whereas you look at Blueface, and then you look at Roddy Ricch. I really don't too much listen to the other dudes, you know, like the Roddy Ricch and, you know, Blueface. I'm not really too familiar with them.
Right.
But from what I had seen with Blueface, his thing is it's just ignorant rap.
Right. Which is, you know,
Ricch,
a lot of rap today.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, like I said, Nipsey was starting to get on a higher level, and that third eye was starting to open up.
Right. And I just noticed after Nipsey died that somebody brought to my attention that he was following me on Instagram, and I didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? But that guy, that goes to show me he definitely was a dude with a third eye. Because if you following me, you know what I'm saying, and I didn't even know it, it goes to show that he was a dude that was about getting educated on the game. Because why else would he be following me? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right. All right. What's your name?
You know, I'm just saying my name is Dre because you know I'm in the game. You see my Instagram, dude. You know I'm in the game. So.
Oh, okay. Nah, I just wanted you to give you a shout out. That's all. Shout out to my man Dre calling in from the West Side, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, stay up.
All right, you too.
One. All right, y'all. I'm gonna take another call. Nat Turner, 757. See if Nat Turner picks up. Yo, what up? Choke no joke. Truth be told, all day, every day, even on your birthday. What's the word, man?
Yes, sir. Hampton Roads, man. What's going on?
Ain't nothing. You know I got love for Hampton Roads. I'm from Hampton Roads. It's my second home, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, so did you see the documentary?
Shop and all that. No, I didn't see it.
All right. Well, how you feel about the whole situation?
Oh man, we'll be here all day, man. But I'm gonna make it real short for you. You know, I mean, everybody got love for that guy. He did a lot of good things for the hood, man. But the decisions you make in life and the people you want to deal with, that's who you deal with.
So you saying he sealed his own fate?
Well, I mean, he probably got into something that he didn't know he was getting into fully all the way until he got in there.
I agree with you. I think we're on the same page with that. I honestly believe that he went and got down with some and got to a certain stage of it and was like, and tried to back out. And before he could back out and tell somebody, that's what happened.
Yeah, because when you bite the hand that feeds you, man.
Yeah. All right, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Somebody pop your hand, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can react any kind of way you want. So, I mean, if somebody pop your hand and then you go out and hang out.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Well, okay, that's how you feel?
Right.
Okay. We be through this.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel you. But, all right, well, I don't know if everybody's going to catch you.
Hold on. That documentary, though. That documentary.
It's on YouTube.
You know, that's BBC.
Right.
Okay, who was that?
Great Britain.
Okay. So they giving orders down.
I know this. I know exactly where you're going with this.
You know what I'm saying? That's London. That's across the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if somebody has a problem with somebody in these high up in these elites, they can get orders from them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
and it's not too long ago we seen 2 celebrities over there, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's who you get your orders from.
I know exactly what you're saying, brother.
That ain't surprising me at all. Because I watch BBC. I got that app on my TV. I watch it all the time.
Right. Me too.
They do their documentaries. They do their TV shows different than anybody else.
That's right. That's right. I got you, man. I hope that those with the third eye and, or that can read between the lines get what you were saying, but I got what you were saying, and I'm not gonna analyze or break down what you're saying. For those that know,
you don't have to. I mean, that's only for the people who see. That's all.
Right.
I'm here for.
All right.
It ain't for. I mean, if I have to explain it to you, you have to live a little bit longer.
Exactly. All right, brother. I'm gonna take another one. I appreciate your call, man. Thanks for the support, me always. Nat Turner.
Peace, man.
On this calling on from Hampton Roads, y'all. Shout out to Norfolk. Shout out to Hampton, Suffolk, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, Newport News, Bad News, Virginia Beach, Richmond, all of the above, man. Let me see if anybody else want to call in before we get out of here. Hold on, let's see if we can get send a number. Who took Nip from us? I'm trying to hit you up, man. Jump on your IG. Send me your number. You will be very interesting to talk to. Hit me up. Who took Nip from us? Is there anybody else? We think we got. All right, here we go. Issa. Issa, I'm calling you Issa. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Issa Finessa.
You almost had it right.
How you pronounce that?
It's a finesse.
It's a finesse. All right, what's the word?
Okay, let's get down to point one, Choke. All right, let's go back to the video of the murder, supposed murder. Okay, what I got out of that was, let's talk about Rimpar. Nobody is talking about Rimpar. Rimpar was there, and Rimpar talked to his mom. Am I right or wrong?
Rimpar. Is that the guy that his mother said that she went over to?
That's the light-skinned guy. If you go back to the All Money In crew, that's the light-skinned guy that looked just like Nip with the beard and everything. I've been doing a lot of research because I watch a lot of Nip videos back then. Let's start from square one of Victory Lap. Not the album, but the video. This is what I want to touch on. Like y'all said, like the first caller was a female. Let's go back to her. She said about Black Sam, about being a Black Sam. Let's go back to Victory Lap. If everybody looked at the Victory Lap video, at the beginning of Victory Lap, they were overseas. If you look at the video, they wasn't showing Black Sam's face like that. Like, you have to really pay attention and use your third eye on their videos. You really got to pay attention because he's smart. He's very smart. So if we go to that, if you go to the All Money In crew, you have Jay Stone, you have Rimpar, you have
Pac-Man, the Gunman, they all have been dropping music, but we haven't seen Rimpar. Why haven't we seen Rimpar? That is like the biggest question I got to answer. Like, why haven't we seen it? Like, on No Scenery of Music of Nothing, Jay Stone have did interviews. Everybody been doing interviews. Jay Stone, he been crying for like 2 weeks. He was crying for like 2 weeks behind the whole theory of Nip being gone. Now, here's my opinion. If Nip is not dead, let's just go to say if Nip is not dead, Choke.
Right.
Where could he be? Where could he be? Now let's just go back to what Nip was doing before he died. He was going overseas. He was chilling. Same thing Tupac was talking about, going overseas, doing stuff what people was not known to supposedly be doing when they actually break the code of the Matrix, which is getting out the hood and staying out the hood. And like everybody is saying, Nip had too much love for the hood, so that's where he got killed at.
Right.
Yeah. So my biggest thing is we got 3 people to look at. We got Grandpa, who has not been seen or talked about on the scene since the whole thing has happened, but he talked to Mom. That's a good clue. We got Black Sam, who is the brother, who's supposed to be there on the scene with him, supposedly got the call and everything. And then we got Mom. Where's Mom at? Have nobody said nothing. We got 3 main people we really need to talk to, and nobody knows nothing. That's all I pretty much got, Chuck. I just wanted to see everybody touch on that subject right there. Where's Mom, Rimpar, and Black Sam? And if everybody really wanted to know what's really, really just going on, the closest person to him was his day one person that he said he was going to get out and blow up like C4 on his track was Jay Stone. And Jay Stone got out and did that. It had the #2 album in America, I'm pretty sure. I think that's what it was on the billboards. Jay Stone did.
Right.
So if everybody really want to know what's true about the whole situation, let's talk to the closest at home, which is Jay Stone. So that's what I pretty much got from it. Like I said, we're in 2019 to 2020 with 1080 vision cameras, security, and nobody got a clear video of this whole situation. So let's talk to the people that's closest to home. That's the only way we're gonna get to the end of it.
So what do you think happened to the video from the Marathon store?
Well, my thing is this. Okay, who was the closest known to be in the Marathon store at all times, even with Nip there, or without Nip being there? Who was known to be there? Who has more access than Nip to be in the Marathon store? That's what we have to try to figure out. And once we get to that point, we will figure out that video is either been manipulated with edited videos put together, or it's just not who we say it is on that video. Regardless of what we say it is, we're not going to get the truth until what somebody commented and said until they tell us. That's the only way we're going to get the truth. Is either Nip not dead and he come back and say, hey, look, I made this, played this on the master so y'all can actually get an idea of what's really going on out here. Or somebody actually killed this man and then the masses it was really for the masses. That's how I look at the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? It was for money and it was for the direct spiritual attention for the masses to actually shut it down again. Because actually a lot of people was getting woke off this man music. Me personally, I followed Nip for like 10 years.
Right. I'm talking
about gaining so much success off this man music. Like I'm talking about when he dropped Victory Lap, I listened to that when I first moved to Denver, and I'm talking about I was in a struggle state coming from down south, and I was listening to this man. He was talking about Bitcoin, everything I was doing. I'm talking about with the stock market and everything. I'm talking about re-give it back to, you know what I'm saying, the masses and everything. And I just watched it. I said, wait. I said, he moving too quick. And then he got the hold on, let's go, because I know you want to go here, Choke. He got the plan with those paper planes. Let's talk about it. He got the plan with them. He got the plan with them paper planes. We know we don't nobody really want to go in that direction because we know what that is. That's a whole other case with the Megan Thee Stallion thing too. We're gonna leave that alone. But don't nobody want to play with the paper planes. We know what's the deal with the paper planes. That's been going on for probably 10, 20 years. We know that deal with that. So we ain't even got to go there with that because if we want to follow the money trail, we can take it towards Atlantic or Rock Nation, who was signed to him. We know once he supposedly signed the end of the deal, what was going to happen. That's with anybody. Come on, Choke. Let's not go there. When you was talking about
everybody is overlooking that.
Yeah,
they thinking Big U is not going to get rich off of killing this nigga.
Yeah, of course. Of course, everybody's going to overlook that because like the girl said, they idolize this. They idolize this man. You know what I'm saying? They idolize once you idolize a physical being, you get stuck there. You see what I'm saying? You don't want nobody to tell you nothing about how you feel about your supposed religion, right or wrong. You don't want nobody telling you nothing about that.
That's right. You can't tell a Christian about Jesus.
Yeah, of course. You don't want nobody talking about that. We understand how people can be, you know what I'm saying, construed to believe in one thing. We know how to do that. The media, and matter of fact, the media can do that. Like right now, I could be the best father I can be to my kids. As soon as I jump in the entertainment realm, I could be the worst father there is in history.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I know how it is. What they say, black man never leaves the business, the industry clean. We never leave the industry clean. So that's why I say we need to go back to, like I said, this man was enlightening the masses. And my thing was, if this man is not here spiritually, he still is. We know for a fact because his name's still ringing regardless.
Right.
So, but physically, if he's not here, I got two options. If he's not here, over in this domain, he's overseas somewhere living his life. Like somebody said, Hitler Lauren probably laughing like, yeah, they fooled the hell out of us. Got us over here tripping when really we supposed to be on some independent shit because it's a whole supposedly flu virus going on out here. We really not even supposed to be, not saying focused on his death, but we supposed to be on a higher spiritual aspect, even though we know his death caused a ripple in the masses. You know what I'm saying? It put everybody back to a standstill to where, like, man, we got to focus on who died now. You know what I'm saying? He was a big name out here. We got to focus on that now. It took our attention all away from this other stuff, martial law and everything like that. Like I wrote a status earlier saying, let's give thanks to Goody Mob. Because 20 years ago, Goody Mob told us about stuff that's going on to this day. Am I right or wrong, Joe?
Nah, you 100% right.
And let me tell you this, brother, I'm 27 years young. I'm in my divine year. And I was the one who was in Atlanta when all this was starting. And I had came back to Arkansas and I'm like, oh my God, here go all the tight clothes they was talking about, here go all this crap. You know what I'm saying? So I know I've been following the gematria codes everybody be talking about and everything like that. But my thing is, if this man is gone, people need to accept that this man is gone. And we need to accept that we need to be on a higher spiritual level of the intelligence that he gave us, that he left us here with. That goes along with Dr. C.V. Prince, everybody else that got sacrificed for the greater masses to actually enlighten us. Everybody else going to sit up here and we know it's going to be sheep out here. But I'm telling you right now, martial law finna kick in and everybody better learn how to play wolf. That's all I'm going to end it with. That's all I'm going to end it with.
All right, brother. You know, well, I appreciate you calling in, man.
Hey, and I just want to say, Choke, before you done, look, man, I hope you the best, man, and peace to you, brother. And look, everybody that's out there paying attention to this channel, Choke is a smart man, and he's been leading us for years, and he who we've been waiting on to give us the proof, you know what I'm saying, of what these elite been doing behind the door. So if y'all really true to the game, listen to this man, and when his wisdom is up, take it and do it like Nip did, you know what I'm saying, everybody get it, keep spreading, and everybody get the knowledge and wisdom and keep living on, because us as black people, we really ain't supporting, but now's the time to need for everybody better get on their feet and support each other, because they starting it. And y'all ain't nowhere, but they starting it. So pay attention, and I love y'all, all my black people. They really pay attention. Y'all have a good night, and I talk to y'all and keep watching the channel. Peace.
All right, peace, bro. You have a good night, man. Thanks again. Yeah, y'all. Choke No Joke, real Choke No Joke on Instagram. I'm gonna start taking calls now. I think I kind of like this to let y'all get in and talk and we build with each other. Shout out to everybody that called in. Make sure y'all get y'all Choke No Joke hats. Truth be told, all day, every day, even on your birthday. You know what I'm saying? And stay off my Planners joint. I shipped out some more hats today. So if you ain't get your hat, you'll have it in 3 days. All right. Shout out to my man Big Main A-Town Promotions. You know what I mean? Holla at him. So, to conclude this episode, now, you can take from it whatever you want. We'll see what goes on with this trial, which is getting ready to start, I think, next month. And rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, we going to be out here still talking, brother, until you get justice, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, that called in. Shout out to everybody that chimed in. Peace and love, y'all. Appreciate the love. Choke no joke. I'm tired. It's late. I'm about to go to bed now, right? You know what I mean? But I love y'all, man. Thanks for the support, man. Thanks for always supporting me. All right. chokenojoke@gmail.com if y'all want to do business or you want the Choke No Joke hats, or hit me up, Real Choke No Joke. I'm dropping the best of Choke No Joke all for the month of April. So, all of the joints that I did, I'll just be grabbing the best parts and putting them up for y'all. So y'all ain't got to watch the whole thing all the way through. I just put up one already with the Chris Rebel one. Tomorrow's y'all favorite one. La La, am I lying? Am I lying? La La. Mellow. Am I lying? Yeah, tomorrow, y'all. All right, so every day I'm gonna drop some, food for thought for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be back tomorrow, y'all. Choke no joke. You already know the best of the best of truth be told all day, every day, all April. Starting with the Chris Webber joint. Tomorrow's the Mellow joint. All right, I'm out of here. Key to G, love you. Thanks for blocking out the suckers. Thanks for Ice Queen for Savage for being in the building. Rita, thanks for the Cash App. Choke No Joke is the Cash App. Thanks for let me see who that gave me Cash Apps. Shout out to Poorhouse. That's POORHOUZ. Thanks for the donation. I appreciate it. Who else? Somebody else. Oh, Luna Glider. Thanks for the shout out. Thanks for the donation. Who else? Oh, yeah, my man. Where's my man at? Let me give a shout out to my man, John Wong. Shout out to John Wong. Thanks for the donation, John Wong. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Who else? Let me see who else gave me Cash Apps. Laney. What up, Laney? Thanks for the Cash App. Courtney Williams, thanks for the Cash App. Jackie Evans, thanks for the Cash App. Alfred Jaminson, thanks for the Cash App. Celeste Mitchell, always love. Luna Glider, always love. Celeste, love you. Brandon Humphreys, good looking. Eric, good looking. Melissa, good looking. Brandon Humphreys, as always. Troy Hill, Jasmine, thanks all y'all for the donations, man. Thank y'all all. Thanks for everybody for the donations on my super chat. Choke no joke. I'm going to bed. We will be back tomorrow. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Peace and love. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. Shout out to all the gangs. And y'all be careful, man. Watch them LAPDs, man. One love. Choke no joke. Chiggy choke no joke. Choke.